VSA Capital 5 Minute Morning Miner. It's Thursday, the 17th of July. Morning, Paul. How you doing?
Very well, thank you. Very well. Nice day out too.
It's a bit cloudy and overcast down here in Cornwall, but that's Cornwall for you. You never know; it can change by the second. Just as can bids change, but almost by the second, I think. Paul, update us on the latest from CAML and the New World Resources bid, which is obviously being contested by Conterra as well. What's the latest announcement come out there?
Well, the latest press release out here indicates that the board of CAML and the board of New World Resources have agreed that the bid is unconditional, and they have adjusted the price to reflect what the market was already aware of. Essentially, that it's here in the range now at equivalent to Australian 6.5 cents per New World Resources a share, and it values New World there for at Australian $240 million. As an unconditional one, then it would be that it would have to be a substantial revolt by the shareholders, I guess, upon the recommendation or going against the board as far as recommendation is concerned at New World in order to probably stop this thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a fascinating battle. I don't think it's over until, as I say, the fat lady sings. Camel stock today unchanged, trading around 140p, which obviously is rather low. But anyway, we'll see how this does continue to play out. I think we are getting close to the end of the game here. Okay, let's also just talk about a VSA client over on the TSX, F3 Uranium, which is sort of a follow-on almost from fission uranium, which was hugely successful. People made so much money out of that, and they've got some drill results, Paul, haven't they? And these look pretty good, I think.
Yes, it is. It's the final drill results from the 2024 drill program late in the year on the JR zone. The JR zone on their Patterson region property there in the Athabasca, Saskatchewan, is a zone that shows in plan view. It's about a pod of uranium mineralization about 100 meters in length, and it's up near the northwest boundary of the F3 uranium property. This latest assay highlight here a 13 meter interval of 3.2% U3O8, of which 2.5 meters of that internally is over 13% in grade. They do continue to drill off to the south southeast their Tetra zone, which is 12 kilometers to the south at this point. But they've also announced as well that they've engaged SLR International to come up with a maiden resource estimate out here on the Patterson Lake North project by the end of the year.
Yeah, it's definitely one to follow, shall we say, which is why we're doing some work for them. What else, Paul? Anything else you want to talk about?
Yeah, some pretty significant stuff actually. The Capital Drilling or Capital Limited, the mining services drilling company, out with their Q2 results. An important thing there is business is so good that they've raised their revenue guidance for the year up to at least $320 million. And that's due to strong rig activity. The rig count is up to 133, which is, and fleet utilization is up there, rose by a point or two as well. So, and the revenue per rig is also up by 8.8%. So all the things are going good for Mining Services Group Capital Limited, and you would have to say that with the announcements of all the oversubscriptions of mining firms and the late fundraising into the middle of this year, you'd say that things for the mining services companies overall globally are going to be better than most sectors in the coming 18 months.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's true to say when you have a sort of a bull market in any sector, that the service companies are always quite a good way of playing it. It's sort of a leverage play, almost without the risk. And so there's a few of the big ones as well up in the FTSE. You can look at too. The same applies actually in the oil sector. So yeah, that looks pretty good from Capital.
Yep, and from Solgold, we've got they've formally announced what their development plan will be out there in Ecuador. They're going to split the company into two parts, essentially. One to cover the southern licenses in Ecuador, and including the Porvenir project and deposit, and then the northern, what they call Northco, will include the uh, Alpala deposit and the licenses associated in the north part of the country. The deposit there at Cascabel will be developed first as an open pit, and with the co-development going on the Alpala underground, but to be delivered a little bit later in the construction sequence out there as well. But that's the latest news from Solgold. And last but not least, got to talk about this Orosur drill result that Orosur Mining, the AIM quoted company operating in Colombia, on their Anza project, the Pepis gold zone came up with the drill hit, or in the announcement of 9 holes. The big hole is hole 45 on this Pepis zone, 62 meters at 12 3/4 grams gold, which I propose will be one of the best holes of the year globally as far as gold concentration is concerned.
I think that's a new competition you're running, isn't it, Paul? Whole of the year.
Hole of the
Uh,
year.
yeah.
There is firms
Right
that
now, I'm
already
just
cover that monthly. Yeah.
yeah. Right now, I'm just trying to get a hole in one. Never done it, but I would love to achieve it at some stage. Anyway, that's a different matter completely. Very good. There's 5 we discussed. That'll do for now, and we'll wrap up the week tomorrow. Thanks, Paul.
Very good.
This podcast has been produced and edited by VSA Capital. It is intended for information purposes and not as investment advice. The information is intended for recipients who understand the risks associated with equity investments in smaller companies. Please do your own research and do not rely on a single source when making an investment decision. VSA Capital may derive fees from this content and seeks to do business with the companies mentioned.